Let's plan a unit study. Hey y'all, it's Lonnie and welcome back to my channel, Lonnie on Life, where we talk about everything mom life, wife life, and homeschool. Today we are planning out a unit study for Antarctica. I must admit I have procrastinated a little bit and this should have been planned out. That's okay. Now at least you get to plan with me. So now let's get into it. All right, y'all, to organize my life, I'm using this unit study lesson plan, which is free from blessedlearners.com. It comes in a entire calendar pack, which I do have the calendar. You have to sign up for the website and you get this really awesome calendar for free. And this unit study plan is in it. This is my first time using this, so we'll see if it is helpful or it makes me more crazy, but I think it'll be very helpful. Step up from my sticky notes. All right, here we go. So per usual, I always start with books. So I am using Here Come the Humpbacks by April Sari. Could a Penguin Ride a Bike? Hilarious Scenes Bring Penguin Facts to Life. And this little book of Antarctica. So I just checked these out from the library and we're gonna use these as the jump start of our Antarctica unit study. So one of the first lessons that I always want to do is read a book. So I am going to start first with this little book on Antarctica to give us some insight on what area we're studying and some facts about that. For teaching, I'm going to put read Antarctica. Perfect, so we'll read this story together. Learner activities. I would like her to watch the YouTube playlist. And my resources, Antarctica book and YouTube. Perfect. Okay, on the next day, I would like to use this Antarctica fact sheet. This was also free from homeschoolcreations.net. And we are also going to map Antarctica and look at the proposed flag of Antarctica. For teaching, we're gonna do some mapping. For learner activities, Antarctica fact sheet. Now I do want to add a little bit more detail under mapping because I just probably won't remember. So looking at my fact sheet, it talks about the hemispheres, the longitude and latitude. So I want to make sure while we're learning about mapping that we do talk about those things. So I'm going to write hemisphere and lat and long. Okay, so that she's not confused when she gets to the sheet. And the resources that we are going to use, I'm just gonna put fact sheet printables. So for the next day, I think I want to do Could a Penguin Ride a Bike? And we've actually already studied penguins a little bit this year, so she knows a little bit about them. So we're gonna do Could a Penguin Ride a Bike? I'm also gonna have her do this How Do Penguins Stay Dry STEM experiment, and this is from ABCs of Literacy. It does come with instructions, I just didn't print it out. So basically what she has to do is you're gonna learn about the penguin feathers and how they are waterproof. Then she's gonna take some crayons, a black one and a white one, and color them. And then we will take some water and spray on there to represent and to show how the penguins stay dry. We're gonna do that. And then I also want to throw in this Antarctica word search. This was also free from A to Z Kidstuff.com. For teaching, I am going to read, could a penguin ride a bike? For learner activities, there's a YouTube video on penguins. We're going to do the STEM activity and the word search. Oh, I forgot I had these. So I found these 3-part Montessori cards with some vocabulary words on them that are significant to Antarctica. So I'm actually going to add this in on the first day of activities. So I'm going to teach the vocabulary, and then we will also do the Montessori cards. So we'll do these on day 1, and then I'll also do these again on day 4 for reinforcement. So let me add those. We are then going to work on this Antarctica article. This was also free. It is from the principal's wife from TPT, and the seller's name is the principal's wife. So we're gonna go through. I really like this article. And then we have a compare and contrast diagram. And then they write their own story. So the story follows a child who lives in Antarctica. So see, time for breakfast, what they have to do for breakfast. So now she can come in and write what she does in the morning for breakfast and draw a picture. When it's time for school, what she does time for lunch, and so on and so on. So I like that because she gets to compare her life to a child who lives in Antarctica. This will take us a few days to get through. So the first day, I would just like to read through the article. The next day, I would like to reread article and do the compare and contrast. If you hear lots of noise in my background, my kids are running around the house like crazy right now, so there's that. All right, compare and contrast diagram. I think we'll do that the next day. So I think we will discuss the article. And I'm just gonna put CC, compare contrast diagram. Okay, and then after that, we'll do Antarctica. Am I putting this in the wrong section, y'all? Yes, I am. Wrong section. I'm gonna move this stuff over. So we'll read this article. Then I also want to, so on the second day, we're going to reread the article, or the next day, we'll reread the article. And then I found this Antarctic bingo. This was also free from preschool Powwow packets. And then here are the little cards that go with it. So we'll play Antarctica bingo. On that same day we do Antarctica bingo, we're going to start doing these penguin spelling games. This will also kind of reinforce the vocabulary. So this was free from SeaWorldBuschGardens.com SeaWorld.com/education. They have a whole bunch of stuff on there. So anytime that you're learning about animals, definitely check SeaWorld.com/education. Okay, so we're gonna start doing the penguin spelling games. This will probably take a couple days, so I'm gonna do this on another day too. Penguin spelling games. I'm just gonna make this the last day because this is my last box, but you can always just print out another one and keep going if you want your unit to be a little longer. This will probably, how many spaces are here? 3, 6, 7. This will take us more than 7 days. So some of these we may have to break it up into 2 days, and that's fine. Again, this is just a way to keep everything organized so I know what I need, all the materials I need, and what we are learning when. Okay, so at the end of our unit, I want to read another book. Here Comes the Humpbacks. And then we're also going to do this igloo STEM activity. This was another freebie from Literacy with the Littles. Okay, so it gives them instructions. They're gonna plan out how to make an igloo. You do have to grab some materials so that they'll be able to plan it out and then build their igloo and all that good stuff. So I think that will be fun, and that'll be a great ending activity. So see how like this last space I have reading Here Comes the Humpbacks, doing the igloo STEM build. She's also going to finish or start working on her article writing. That's a lot. That's probably going to take us more than 1 day, and that's fine. Again, these are the last few things that I want to do, so that is that. All right, so there you have it. My unit study is all planned out. Here are the books that we are using. Here Come the Humpbacks, Could a Penguin Ride a Bike, and Antarctica. And if there are any books that I find on Libby, I'll go ahead and grab those and use those also. And then we got a ton of free resources. I'll link everything down at the bottom if you want to plan out a unit study on Antarctica. So happy homeschooling. Thank you so much for being tuned in. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, especially if you're a homeschooler. Until next time, bye.